So I'll start with my best deal. I think I might be in my best deal right now, actually.
Ooh.
I don't have a contract on it yet, but it's for sale. I think we're going to do really well on it.
Sick.
But the one that I actually have completed start to finish it's a deal where it was right around the time of COVID. And so everyone was kind of freaking out and, the real estate market really had come to kind of a halt. Like prices were steady, but the transactions had just kind of stopped.
Right.
And someone had brought me this deal of a huge home that was on the river on like 1.5 acres.
Okay.
And the listing agent had listed it as a lot. And so if you're just looking, you would not have known there was a house on there. You just would have thought it was a lot on the river for sale that you could build on. And this guy had brought it to me. He's like, dude, there's a house on this lot. I think you could actually like flip this property. And that was music to my ears. So I drove out there and there's certain properties, Logan, that you like step onto and you're like, this place is magical.
Yeah. Yeah.
And let me just tell you that not many people would have said that seeing this house because it looked like something out of like a goth movie.
Sick.
And it was completely overgrown and it was the most hideous probably thing to like 99% of people. But I'm telling you, I stepped foot in that property and I said, this place is magical.
Cool.
And so 6,500 square feet on the river.
Jeez. Big house.
Huge house. And my brother and I, it took us almost a year to flip that property. And we had to bring in like steel beams. And I mean, it was a massive project.
Yeah.
And we do a lot of projects. So for us, even it was just a really big project. And we spent like $750 on the purchase price. We put like roughly $400K into the remodel. And we ended up selling it for like 2.2 million in cash.
That's sick.
Cash transaction in a year's time. And so that is definitely one of my best deals.
That was a really cool deal to see like unfold too. I got to kind of see it a little bit and was wild. The transformation on that house was insane.
And it's just a beautiful piece of property. It was just really rewarding, not just the money, but just seeing it as it was finished is like, man, someone's going to be really lucky to live here. It's just gorgeous.
So you paid what, 700? You put in 4?
So it was roughly like 750.
Okay.
And we paid around 400 for the rehab.
Nice.
And then we sold it for, 2.2 million.
Damn. You cleared basically $1 million.
About $1 million.
That's sick.
Yeah.
And then, but too, like just so people know the reality of that situation, you were using hard money that time too.
Correct.
So you were floating what, 10K a month?
Yeah, so I actually ended up financing the construction cost myself.
Oh, okay.
Hard money, there are lenders out there who will actually float that money to you.
Sure.
So it took me about I want to say it was like 150K that I brought to the table on the purchase.
Yeah.
And then I ended up financing the 400K myself.
Nice.
So my note on that was around like 7,500 a month.
Wow.
Plus taxes and insurance, which are not cheap on a property like that.
Did you get any moments of feeling a little nervous during that stuff?
Yeah, I think honestly the most nerve-wracking time is when you first list it.
Yeah.
And the activity might be a little slow. You're like, oh God, like,
dang.
Did I miss, am I like way over on my pricing? And
right.
You do get a little nervous after that. But I think leading up to it, a year's time was about what we expected. And we expected to pay that much in interest and taxes. And so
sweet.
We were pretty well prepared for it.